hmm You know, the bank holiday, which closed all banks, he started Congress on a 100 days program of emergency legislation. The Federal Reserve System was strengthened, ooch, and the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation was set up to insure bank deposits. Only sound banks were allowed to reopen. Now, if you actually look at the interest rate cycle of the United States, yes, we lower interest rates for a couple percent. Yeah. We sit there for a few years waiting for people to refinance their houses. Right. Lowering their monthly payments. And some of them had some equity in their homes and they would take that out and they would spend it. Now, the maestro, known as Alan Greenspan, yes, he did. He really stepped into the interest rate cycle where the interest rates were at a high. Yes, about 10% Fed funds rate. Yes, it was. Because Paul Volcker, yes, the previous Fed chairman, yeah, he kept raising interest rates because of inflation concerns. That's right. Now, as we look at it through the 90s, it was kind of a pleasant time in the United States of America. You had lots of wiggle room with the interest rates, and you could lower it a couple percent. The whole nation would refinance, and then you'd raise it a percent or so. Yeah, you'd sit there for the cooling effect of the interest rate. And then we had the Y2K scare because we were all stimulated into believing that the computers would not reset themselves. Yeah. Now we got to about 5.5% at the beginning of the 2000s. Yes, we did. And everybody thought, oh my gosh, the market's going down. Let's lower interest rates, refinance everything. We'll be fine. And it worked. We brought ourselves out of that 2000 to 2003 slump. We lowered the interest rates, stimulating the economy. Then a half to a quarter percent every 3 to 6 months, we raised it back up to 5.5% until 2009 when we had the liar loans. Ouch! Now, once you get to 0% Fed funds rate, you really don't have the availability of lowering interest rates any more than that. So the thought was, we'll use quantitative easing. You remember that, Ben Bernanke? Yeah. We'll just print up X number of trillions of fucking dollars.